The top of the list of the high-profile races that will be watched closely until November, Florida Democrats' primary for governor last night. The result was quite definitive. The state's former Republican governor turned Democratic Congressman Charlie Crist surged past Nikki Fried, Florida's more progressive agricultural commissioner. So it will be Crist challenging Ron DeSantis in November. DeSantis obviously holds a robust national right-wing profile, both as a potential Republican challenger to Donald Trump in 2024 and as a poster boy, if you will, for so many of those Republican culture war battles. Charlie Crist chose to highlight some of those issues in a brand new ad. Watch.
Florida is my home. There's so much to be proud of, but this doesn't represent us.
You are pushing false narratives.
Don't say gay bills.
To pick a big fight with Disney.
A 15-week abortion ban.
No exceptions for rape or incest.
I'm standing in your way.
Reprimanding high school students who raised him.
He's widely expected to run for president in 2024.
It's a strange phenomenon that's happened in the age of Trump, which is that displays like that are somehow viewed as strength.
Joining us now, Florida Democratic nominee for governor, Congressman Charlie Crist. Congressman, we should get out of the way. We've known each other since we were both Republicans, and you are now your state's standard bearer for the top job as a Democrat. Talk about what strategic advantages that gives you in defeating Ron DeSantis.
Well, I think it gives the opportunity to have crossover, frankly. And Nicole, I will tell you that in the past few weeks, I've had almost a Republican every day come up to me and say, "Aren't you Charlie Crist?" And I say, "Yes." And they say, "Well, I'm a Republican and I am voting for you. I'm fed up with this guy. I don't like how he treats kids. I don't like how he treats LGBTQ. I think it's wrong the way that, he has made our states unaffordable to live in anymore." Forbes magazine said that Florida is the most expensive state to live in now, more than California, more than New York. And it's because DeSantis has his eye off the ball. I mean, he is laser focused on trying to get that Republican nomination for president in 24, you alluded to. And in the process, last week he was in New Mexico, he was in Ohio, he was in Pennsylvania. I mean, he's all over the place except Florida. And, Floridians are suffering from it. Middle income Floridians are getting squeezed and crunched in this economy. Good luck buying a home in the Sunshine State. It's so expensive. Or good luck, renting an apartment. When, serving in Congress, as I do, rented an apartment in D.C., had an apartment that I rented in downtown St. Petersburg, my home. The one more expensive, the one in St. Pete. I mean, it's
Wow.
Unbelievable how he's let it go. Our property insurance is through the roof. It's ridiculous.
So your ad that we just played is a character attack, and Democrats don't often run character campaigns against Republicans. It's a real jujitsu, but his character has been revealed in the merciless attack and weaponization of gay and lesbian students and teachers with his Don't Say Gay bill. Chasten Buttigieg tweeted when that was first proposed before it passed that people will die because of this. Talk about the effects of his really craven political moves on the people of Florida.
Well, he's mean. I mean, he's just a mean-spirited guy. And I'm the opposite of that. I'm a happy warrior. I love people. And he spews hate all the time. I mean, we've literally had, neo-Nazis running around the state carrying his flag. And he doesn't denounce it or address it in any way. And there's all this anti-Semitic material that's being distributed throughout our state and others. And it's horrible. And the notion that this guy who went to Harvard and Yale has no more couth than he does. I mean, he made a commercial the other day where he's trying to be, Top Gun or whatever that was. And he's no Tom Cruise. It's weird. I mean, it's just weird, Nicole. It really is. And I think Floridians have had his act enough. They're ready to move on. I think they're ready to have somebody experienced who actually has been governor. Actually, as governor, even as a Republican, I vetoed an anti-abortion bill. Somebody who's a decent human being, which I strive to be. I wear these yellow wristbands every day. I don't know if you can see them, but they talk about what's called the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have done unto you. And that's how my mom and dad raised me and my three sisters here in St. Pete. I'm an only son. And I think that goodness and decency, people are yearning for that in our political square. We just don't see it anymore. We see it in Joe Biden, frankly, and our President Biden, I should say. But he's a good, decent man. I strive to be that and treat people by the golden rule. It's my North Star. And that's what I think we all should strive to live by and be better people, be better citizens, and have a better future for my Sunshine State and bring the sunshine back to the Sunshine State, because it's been pretty dark under DeSantis.
A lot of the conventional wisdom is that Florida has been getting redder, that it's been getting tougher for Democrats to win statewide in Florida. One, do you accept that? And two, do you think the overturning of Roe versus Wade shuffles the deck a little bit on that question?
No question about it on both fronts. I really believe, I'm wearing a purple tie, not by accident. Florida is purple. We're about a third registered Republican, about a third Democratic, and about a third independent. That's almost a definition of purple, or swing state, if you will. And you got to remember back to DeSantis' victory in 2018. He barely got elected governor of our state. It was the closest gubernatorial election in the history of Florida. He won by 0.4%. 32,000 votes, out of almost 9 million cast. So this guy's a paper tiger. I really believe that. And, people in the media have made him out, not you, but it made him out to be some kind of giant, like he's Goliath. Well, if he's Goliath, I'm David, and happy to take the role, because I know who won that battle, and it was David. And so I think it's important that people understand this is going to be an interesting race. I think it's the most important race in the country. I better think that. It's about my Florida, after all. But we need to fight for our teachers, public education, protect our environment, and protect a woman's right to choose. I've already committed, Nicole. On the first day of my administration, I will sign an executive order protecting and defending a woman's right to choose. Where's the governor on this? He's already signed a barbaric law that's a 15-week law, and it says that there are no exceptions for rape or incest. That's unconscionable. And, I just can't understand why that would be, but that's what it is.
I have to acknowledge that you have faded to black in your background, but it looks good. It looks like we're on 60 Minutes or something. It's not a terrible look if you look over your shoulder.
Well, that's pretty cool. I think it looks good, too. Well, you're very kind. Well, listen, this is the home of the Tampa Bay Lightning hockey team, and we got a lightning storm going on right now. And I'm in a mobile booth. But it does look like 60 Minutes, doesn't it? It's kind of cool.
Right, it does. It's not bad. We should copy you. We'll both do it behind a black screen next time.
Makes the white hair stand out, doesn't it?
Exactly. You don't have to convince me that Florida is really important and that your race is one to watch. We'll keep an eye on it. Just wave whenever you want to come and fill us in. Congressman Charlie Crist, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
That's very kind.